How do people we wouldn't allow to walk our dogs be nominated to be leaders of our teams, communities, and even nations? What skills do they have or secrets do they know that allow them to get so much influence and power? Now, most people believe that our leaders should be honorable and selfless visionaries at the top of their respected fields. However, history and data reveal a very different story. The qualities required for effective leadership is often aligned with qualities we may personally dislike, and this shouldn't be a surprise. Leadership isn't about morality, it's about survival. And this is a fact that's not for the faint of heart. This applies to leadership positions in government, corporations, politics, and of course, dictatorships. Those who eventually attain power don't always have the most noble intentions. They excel at comprehending the principles of political and social survival and exploit them selfishly. Now, many in leadership positions aren't concerned about ideology or the greater good of those they lead. They are usually most concerned about advancing and protecting their self-interests. Now, the primary objective of many leaders is to ensure and maintain the support and satisfaction of the right individuals who keep them in power. They know that if the right people aren't satisfied, they will be replaced and later forgotten. Let me explain how we may be looking at leaders through kaleidoscope glasses designed to keep them in and us under control. Coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan, welcome to 4C's One Family. Whether a leader is an aristocrat, autocrat, bureaucrat, generalcrat, hittercrat, kleptocrat, metocrat, philocrat, pudocrat, stratocrat, or technocrat, or any other kind of crat. The primary objective of many in power is to ensure the satisfaction of the right individuals and maintain their support. And as mentioned earlier, if the right people aren't satisfied, the leader will be replaced and in some cases, punished. Those responsible for making decisions for companies, governments, and nations find themselves in systems designed to reward those who prioritize remaining in power by negotiating deals and managing resources that benefit their supporters. In democratic nations, laws are supposed to protect people's rights. However, democracies implement policies slowly, which are considered red tape that frequently hinders progress. And those in power who want to profit from government actions see this as harming their return on investments. Now, before we proceed, I want to clarify that I'm not opposed to capitalism. However, I am against individuals and groups that, through the use of their money, speculation, and manipulation, exploit laws and policies designed to benefit them. Compared to authoritarian rule, democracies are slow, but keep actions, policies, and decisions transparent to reduce corruption. Remember that no governing system can be entirely immune to corruption. It's human nature to seek and conceal advantages. It's much like squirrels hiding nuts. An example of this occurred in 1910 on Jekyll Island, where a group of wealthy businessmen, landowners, and bank executives held a secret gathering to lay the foundation for the U.S. Federal Reserve System. Now, while the meeting's stated objective was national economic reform, critics argue that its primary purpose was to safeguard the interests of powerful financial elites. Now, this is only one example of how the selfish tendencies of human nature are used to create protection for leaders and their friends. In democracies, Leaders often resort to selling their promises to the highest bidder to gain their support. Consequently, it shouldn't be a surprise to discover that the most ruthless, manipulative, and self-serving individuals often occupy the highest positions in most companies and governments. Events in history have demonstrated the consequences of leaders disregarding the expectations of their powerful financial backers. When some refuse to conform, they face severe repercussions, and some may have paid the ultimate price. Charming and gaining the support of powerful coalitions comprised of billionaires who control large corporations and political party leaders is essential because these coalitions anticipate rewards for their unwavering loyalty. A leader's financial backers may not be primarily concerned about democracy or ideology and only want their loyalty to be rewarded and contribute to their monetary gains. Now, once you understand the cold-hearted facts about leadership, you will never look at many of those in leadership positions the same. If you have found what we have to offer of any value, please click on the subscribe and bell buttons below to keep up to date with our current episodes. And if you're listening to our podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment because we're very interested to hear what you have to say. Thank you for joining us here at 4C's One Family. And remember to stay strong, safe, and healthy wherever you are in the world, because we have much more in common than we think.